everybody, I'm back. McKenna's with me. It is Tuesday morning. I actually filmed something yesterday and I tried to film it. Finally filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, and I was like, I don't like this. I'm not going to put this up. It was just kind of a chatty, let's chat video. But I thought I might just do a little vlogging today, show you guys maybe what I'm eating, talk with you about how last week went and Lent and all that fun stuff. Right now we are at a place where McKenna's going to get a speech therapy eval. So we're going to do that. And it's Tuesday. Did I say it's Wednesday? It's Tuesday after Easter. And we are, going to go do that. We had dental appointments yesterday. I'm the genius who made dental appointments at 7:50 in the morning, the Monday morning after Easter. But yeah, so McKenna's got this appointment, and then I'm going to go take her back to school. So
yesterday too.
Come along with me. Yeah, you had to miss a little bit of yesterday, but it's early, so maybe she'll still make it for a full day of school. Hey, you guys, I'm at the gym. I'm about to go in for a class. McKenna had a good appointment, a speech therapy appointment. It was just the evaluation to see if she will qualify. We don't have a lot of concern about it, but I was talking with her pediatrician, and it's really difficult to explain. But everybody who works with her for a period of time, coaches or teachers or us who speak with her on a regular basis, notice that she just kind of has this slushy spat sound sometimes, and it's sometimes really difficult to understand her. And the speech therapist kind of confirmed the same thing for us, that yeah, it is technically a lisp, but it's not textbook, and it's not there all the time, which is why it's really difficult to peg, because she's just having a kind of a difficult time forming her S's, but not all the time, and not every single S sound. Like sometimes when you couple it with another consonant, she doesn't have that problem. So it's unlikely she will qualify for speech therapy, but they were going to let me know. And this is through like an outside. She was referred by her pediatrician. If you don't know this, I mention it occasionally. McKenna is adopted, and we adopted her through foster care. And she's only ever been with us. We picked her up from the hospital when she was a baby. We were her foster parents for 9 months, and then we adopted her. But we did not know until we were in the adoption process that one of the amenities that we get to keep as adoptive parents through foster care is her medical insurance. So she has Sooner Care, which is Medicaid, and we actually were advised by a pediatrician. Oops, my camera's my new mount is not working very well. I had to get a new car mount. But anyways, we were advised by a pediatric surgeon to keep that insurance, because he said it's incredible insurance. We were just going to put her on ours, and he said, no, keep it. It's really great. If I could pay to opt my kids into it, I would. So we've kept it. So all that's to say, the pediatrician said, it can't hurt. Let's get it checked out. So we did, and then I took her back to school. They were doing an activity today that she was really hoping to get to do. This, they're doing some STEM activities, and they're building kites today. So, by the way, we had a great Easter and a great Holy Week. I took a break last week. I didn't film or post anything because we had lots of extra services, and I was trying to make extra time for prayer, fasting, scripture study. I completed the 40-day devotional that was accompanying the book that I was reading, 24 Hours That Changed the World. I read through the Gospel of John. It was just a really, really great week, and I'm glad that I made the time for all those extra things, because it was very busy and very tiring in its own right, but it was good. So thank you for, sticking with me and understanding as I went through that last week, but kind of getting back into the swing of things, and I'll fill you in on, my whole mindset about giving up the scale and kind of what I'm doing with my health and with my nutrition moving forward. But now I'm going to go get a workout in. Whew, just got home from my workout. It was a good workout. It was a more of a pump class. It wasn't a boot camp class, so it didn't have those spurts of cardio. I mean, it did get your heart rate up occasionally, but it was more of like a lifting class, which is good. That's what I've been trying to do, is build strength. But I started to feel kind of sick partway through it. Not horribly, not like, oh, I've got to stop, I'm going to black out or something. Nothing like that. But I definitely felt like my blood sugar was dropping just a little bit. And I just felt kind of like lightheaded. So I modified a lot of the last part of the class and just kind of tried to monitor, myself, because I knew that in the car I had a little Halo orange that I could eat to kind of get my blood sugar back up as soon as we were done with the workout. So I did that, and I don't have like chronic blood sugar problems or anything, but there have been times whenever, maybe I'm on a medication of some kind, or I'm coming off of an illness or something like that. Right now, my allergies have been really, really bad this year. We had an early spring and we had a really wet winter. So everything is blooming and blossoming. And they've even been talking about it on the news. Like Oklahoma is really bad for allergies anyway, but it's been even worse. Even by our standards, it's been bad. So I've had all these sinus headaches and I've been really drowsy and stuff. And I took an antihistamine this morning. And I think that probably contributed some. And I did have some breakfast. I had a piece of toast with some peanut butter and I had some Premier Protein in my coffee. But it just wasn't enough. So on the way home, I decided I would pull into Sonic and I got a junior breakfast burrito. So it has some eggs and some bacon and some cheese and a little tortilla, so carbs and fat and protein. And as soon as I ate that, I felt a whole lot better. So I just think I didn't feed my body enough. So I don't know what happened. I really have been enjoying the way that I have been working out. I definitely feel like I'm getting stronger. Yes, I feel like I have put on just a little bit of weight, maybe 4 or 5 pounds, maybe not even that much. I mean, some of it's probably water. Some of it's maybe a little bit of muscle. Some of it probably is fat, but I'm basically trying to rev up my metabolism by going back to, feeding my body. And I just think I probably didn't eat enough this morning, and I probably, should have waited to take my medication until I was done with my workout if I was going to take an antihistamine. So, but I feel better now. All's good. So I'm going to jump in the shower and clean up, and I'm working from home today. I've got some work to do for the church and different household things that I'm trying to do, and also just still trying to kind of rebound from last week because it was really busy and I'm very tired. So I'll check in a bit. I'm just out for a little stroll before I have to go and pick up the kids from school. I have been wanting to hop on here and talk with you guys. I have tried several times to make a video about where I am with like nutrition and health goals and my body and how I am working out and eating, and I have tried numerous times and I always get like really long-winded, or I just don't explain something very well. Everybody is outside right now and it makes it really difficult for me to walk and talk to myself. Anyway, I keep trying to have this conversation with you guys and I'm just not getting the words out very well, so I'm going to link a video up here that I think explains it really well. I think her name is Christina Salas or Salas. I don't know how to pronounce it right, but I'll link it up here. I think it'll be up here with a little iCard, and I'll put it in the description box as well. And basically it talks about this idea surrounding metabolic adaptation. Some people call it metabolic damage. I learned that that's kind of a misnomer, that there's no such thing, but it's more about our bodies adapting metabolically. And basically it's a survival skill. It was for thousands of years, because for almost all of human history, food scarcity was a much bigger problem than food surplus. And even when there was food to be had, we had to expend a lot of energy to get it, to grow it, to hunt it, or to gather it, right? So it was very rare that we had an opportunity to overeat, and anytime our bodies could, they stored a little extra fat for those times of famine. The idea is that, and I'm paraphrasing here, that we do damage, so to speak, or that we just aren't able to achieve our goals ultimately, because whenever we try to create a deficit, whenever we try to restrict calories or add cardio activity to burn them, we're successful for a little while, but eventually our bodies, because they're amazing, miraculous things, think, oh, you know what, this is the new normal, and I've got to learn how to do all the same things I was doing before and all of the same functions I was doing before with less calories coming in. And it adapts. And that is why we are successful with some diet programs for a little while, but eventually we plateau, and when we try to go back to eating the way we were, or if we get to a point where we just want to stop and eat maintenance calories, and we look up what science says our body should be able to consume in a day, we all of a sudden start putting on weight again. And it's this yo-yo effect, and we end up gaining it back just because our bodies have gotten so used to maintaining at a lower caloric intake. So I have been looking into how to fix that. How do I fix that? And I've been watching a lot of videos, reading articles, listening to podcasts, and a lot of it makes sense. I know I'm not a scientist, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor,
But it is something that I'm willing to try and to look into, because if I can figure out how to rev up my metabolism some so that I can maintain my weight with a regular caloric intake, what science says a woman my age and activity and height and weight should be able to take in a day, then I will be a happy person. And, you know, all of these people that I'm watching and listening to and reading, and all of these studies are saying that there is a way that you can do that. But that, first of all, it takes a long time to fix it. Second of all, you got to eat more. And since you're eating more, you likely will gain a little bit of weight in the beginning. And third, you'll really need to shift your mindset about exercise, from cardio to strength training. Because even though a strength training or resistance training workout burns, you know, like a 45-minute body pump class like I went to today, probably burns fewer calories right then than a 45-minute session on the elliptical trainer. However, over the long haul, I'm going to be better off, because first of all, my body's going to continue burning calories throughout the day, breaking down and building back up those muscles. Secondly, over the course of time, as I build lean muscle, it takes more calories for my body to maintain that. And so my, you know, daily metabolic rate will go up. And third, you know, our bodies adapt to cardio very, very quickly. So that 3-mile jog that I take, the same route and the same pace, it's going to burn fewer and fewer calories every single time I take it, because my body knows how to do that. But with strength training and weight training, it's just natural that you increase your reps, you increase your weight, you increase your speed, or you increase the amount of time that you're doing it. It's just part of it, you know, it's part of that workout. So you're always changing it up, so your body continues to guess and never gets used to it. So that's kind of where I am with that. I have been eating more, I have been exercising differently, I have been trying to wrap my brain around the fact that I will likely see the scale go up. It has gone up a few pounds, but that if I stick with it and if I really put the work in and do the work, that a year from now, a couple years from now, I'm going to be so much better off, because I'm going to be able to maintain my weight and my physique with a much higher caloric intake every day, which is going to give me more wiggle room. And second, I'm going to be stronger. My body's going to be stronger. And I'm so glad that I gave up the scale for Lent, because I think if I hadn't, I wouldn't be able to use it just as a data source. I would be still using it as a way to assign worth to myself, and instead it's just a number that I'm going to see every now and then to find out if my body is resetting to an appropriate maintenance level where the calories I'm taking in are concerned. Hopefully this all makes sense. I'm sorry if it doesn't. I'm trying to. Like I said, go and watch that video, and she does a way better job of explaining what I'm trying to explain. But, you know, that's kind of what I'm playing around with right now. And if you want, I will continue to share about that and to show you guys what I'm eating and how I'm feeling and how my body is changing. But I know that it's going to be a much longer process. You know, it won't be drastic changes that you're seeing from week to week. It's going to be really gradual. Hey guys, it's later in the afternoon, and I am in the middle of the mom shuttle to and from various and sundry activities. So one is at gymnastics and one is at piano, and we're now waiting for the piano lesson to finish up and then go back and get the one who's in gymnastics and then head home and get dinner going for the evening. So I think I forgot to show you guys what I had for lunch. I took a picture or some film, but I had some leftover. We hear you, buddy. We hear you. We had some, you know, the unwilling passenger there in the back has to make a noise. He just has to follow everybody around on nights like tonight, because his activity is until tomorrow. He does soccer. But for lunch, I had some roast beef. We had roast for Easter, so I had about 3 ounces of that, so that's a good protein kick. And I had some mini peppers that I sauteed in a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of like a potato casserole that I made. And then now I am drinking just an iced coffee. I just brewed a cup of coffee and let it cool down, poured it over some ice with a little sugar-free syrup, and then put some Premier Protein in here. I try to up my protein intake just a little bit on days like today when I do the kind of workout that I did, just to kind of try to give my muscles what they need to rebuild. I know I'm not doing like super hardcore bodybuilding workouts, but for a body like mine that hasn't been working out this way in years and years, like even just a 45-minute strength session, it, you know, makes me sore. So just trying to fuel my body and give it the nutrients that it needs to rebuild stronger. I don't even know what he's doing there in the back seat. Being a boy. Being a 5-year-old silly boy. Is that what you're doing? So, anyway, we're just sitting in the parking lot waiting on piano lessons to wrap up. So, I'll check in later. This is what laundry day looks like in our house. Some people like to do 1 load a day. I am the person who likes to just get it all done. I can do it all, pretty much all of it, at least all of the kids and most of mine in one day. It's like 7 or 8 loads. So the kids are sorting their socks and underwear. I wash those all together and I have everything else kind of ready to put away, and I will instruct the kids where each pile goes and they will take it upstairs and put it away for me. We definitely have some summer vibes going on here. The kids are out playing in the driveway on their scooters after dinner. It's a lovely evening. And they have made up this game where the caller, which is me, is supposed to call out something that they're supposed to be on their scooters while they ride down. And then I'm supposed to pick the best one. So it's interesting. Okay, ready? Flamingo. Oh. I think Brick wins that one because he had the beak going. He was like pecking with his beak. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, ready? What? Elephant. McKenna has the feet stomping too. Squirrel. Okay, Ruthie wins. Because she got distracted and got off her scooter and went up the tree. Brick followed her. Hey guys, I'm just sitting here starting to edit this video for today, so I think I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. For dinner, I tried a new recipe. It's called Cracked Out Chicken Bubble Up, and it's from a website called plainchicken.com, but you will see that on my dinner video, which is actually going to go up Tuesday, April 30th, because it's part of a collab, so you'll want to look for that. And with that, I just made some asparagus. I love asparagus. The girls like it. Brick doesn't care for it, but he had carrots instead, so I had that for dinner, and it was yummy. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I feel like it was kind of boring. Sorry if it was boring, but I got to jump back in at some point, kind of get back into the hang of getting some things posted for you guys, because I just really enjoy doing this and I love interacting with you guys. So be sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you will, a kind comment, and I will be sure to read it. I try to read all my comments and respond if I can, and if you are not already, be sure to subscribe, and I'll check in with you guys again really soon. Good night.